Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Prominence RPG Hasturian Era. In today's video, we are going to go to space, and you're probably wondering why my face looks like this. It's because I am wearing a spacesuit. So let me just remove the helmet, and you will see that I am definitely wearing a spacesuit. It has oxygen and everything in it already. And I did do my first take when it comes down to the recording because I just didn't know what I was saying, and usually my speech isn't good. But I can tell you like what I did off camera, so what we did was we went all the way over there to that waypoint just to get some oil, in which we do. And you can see in our backpack we have filled it up and we have converted it into a fuel for the rockets. And I have did a little bit of changes around and made it look a little bit better. And we had to mine some diorite just to make this armor look a lot better because it was actually trashy. And we made more machinery. We used the fuel refinery. We added the oxygen loader just for the spacesuit. So we're all good. Right now, we already built the rocket. And you know what happened? We didn't know what the crafting recipe was. So what we did was we used the steel. And we forgot that there was a steel tank that you had to make. I just didn't know why they left out that crafting recipe, because it was very hard to remember. And I have to know that it's going to be the same thing for all the rockets, even if we upgrade them. And I have already put fuel in here, and I just know that I'm just doing a checklist of if I'm ready to go to space. I just need to get some more food though. So we have ourselves a blast furnace just for the iron that we're going to harvest, glowstone for light, the furnace just to cook things I guess, the compressor for compressing the ingots to plates. And the oxygen loader is good for our spacesuit to keep producing oxygen. And the reason why we have a spare one, in which that was going to be the one in there, is because we need to have two, because we're going to make a oxygen loader once we get the dash. So what this means, we got to take this with us. We can't leave it here, because what's the point of bringing an oxygen loader in here? And the waystone we're going to place on the moon, since that's going to be our first stop. And you're going to be wondering, am I going to still be using that launch pad? I will. It's just, if we use the waystone, I don't want to like teleport to areas or just use the rocket to cinematically keep going up there, because it's going to drag a lot on the video, and I don't want the video to be any longer than what it is, unless this episode is going to be long. But I just know that our goal today is to go to space. And I'm going to tell you guys that we also have a silk touch pickaxe. So this is a lot better for us to silk some iron ore once we get the chance. So we're all set up. We're just set up. Now we're just going to go into it. And I'm also going to show you guys the book and quill too, just in case. So we're going to search for oil, in which we already done that off camera. Go to the moon and look for dash to make a water pump. That's important. Make a waystone there, of course. Continue collecting iron ore from mining rig. Or in other words, explore the moon. So, we have our spacesuit on, have everything in, check in my checklist twice. Let's get into there, and let's initiate the starting sequence. So, I think all we just gotta do is press space. Oh, wait, what? Fill the rocket with fuel? What you mean? Oh, do I have to, like, completely fill it? That's crazy. Oh, I probably have to completely fill it. That makes sense, I guess. There we go. Now we have ourselves the launching sequence. So, starting in 3, 2, 1. Look at this, guys. There we go. We are going up into space. I even made sure everything is clear, so we're good to go. We're going on an adventure. I'm trying to eat while I'm in the rocket. That's crazy, but the animation is kind of weird too. But I'm quite surprised that we actually are going to the moon this episode, because I thought for like episode 9 it's going to be like maybe work with Botania or something. But we're going to the moon. So we got the solar system, and let's see, back to Earth. Okay, what you mean? Can we go to the moon? Back, Earth. Okay, moon. We're definitely going to the moon. One small step. So it's going to give us this animation thing. We had to slow down. Look at the meter on the left. It tells you if you need to go like you gotta be careful because it's like a gauge to let you know, like, don't go any faster or else your rocket gets destroyed. And we know we came at the wrong time because this is where all the mobs are. But we're in space now. Hey, chill out. I'm just a newcomer, okay? But these guys are deadly though. And I gotta be extra careful. And we can collect some materials too, so we can survive on the moon. We could use these materials here to glow up out the way. Sorry for my bad English. I'm just going through the motion. So these guys are just vibing. I am not sleeping in space because it's dangerous. We got ourselves soul torches, which are important. More coal. We're going to take your bread. Because I don't understand how you guys are eating bread. Like, how do these guys eat bread in space? You can't even grow crops in space. Unless you live in oxygen areas. And they also have space boots and diamonds and dash. This is the stuff that we were looking for. Dash. Obtain dash. Well, it's just, well, 5 pieces of dash. That's actually pretty good. That's like enough to make a area for us to live. I'm also looking at my oxygen closely, because once it gets to 0, we're screwed. And luckily for us, we also have oxygen tanks spared, so we could use the oxygen distributor? No, oxygen loader, and we can just keep refilling it and quickly do it. And I do need to make a airlock to hold the air in, since we might go out. But right now I'm just collecting these iron platings because this stuff is good. And for my laboratory in the overworld, I'm gonna make stuff like this to make my place look a lot more productive. So we can make it look more like a laboratory as it should. Like, once you guys see the whole transition, you guys like it. But I do need to hurry up though. And I can start borrowing some of this plating just to get a build started. So we're kind of just borrowing their stuff. Alright, so we're near like 80% oxygen. So it's best for us to start collecting a little bit of what we can here. And we're going to get out of here. But I do need to keep in mind about this area though, since these are villagers still. They have lecterns and everything. We can trade with them to get mending and all that other good stuff. But we have to find a comfortable spot for us to live. And also same goes for over there. I'm going to venture there too, since we're a lot closer with the villager population, which is good, because if we're a lot further away, it's a lot harder for us to get any resources such as mending and all that other enchantments. But I know I gotta lure them with beds or books or something. And they also do have spare blast furnaces that we can borrow. So let me just go raid their area to see what they have. But definitely I will take their blast furnaces since I need them. Like, they have everything going for them. And they even have a smithing table. This is some cool stuff. I probably don't even have to go to the overworld to make anything if I keep continuing through the moon. And is there anything else here? They have a library. What does this librarian sell? Okay, you're a librarian. More rooms. A brewing stand. Oh, another launch pad. I'll definitely take that. I mean, I may not need it, but it's needed. And I also see some water that kind of survives in space, which is weird. It's like defying all logic of the space atmosphere. Okay, I'm going to take the dash here. The iron. I don't care about the moon. We also have cheese. Cheese. But I'm still technically just taking the iron and stuff. But there's just a lot of stuff for us to check out. Oh no, chunks are loading. This is not good. World is lagging. Oh no. This is one thing about mod packs. Sometimes they lag. But I need to get out of here though, since I don't want to be stuck in here. Oh, don't tell me I gotta actually restart the game. Alright, we're gonna have to restart the game, since I don't want to die on the moon. Okay, so we only have 69% oxygen. All right, where's the other villagers at? M. How long have I traveled? Okay, from here to here. All right. So we should be in the clear, but I need to remember that that area is right there. So we got to start laying out our floor or the plates and such. Luckily, we do have a shovel to make things easier. So let me just start breaking blocks because we need to get set up now. Like, I understand that we can travel in space, but we need to house it. We need to settle. Like, we just can't be out and about like this. Like, if it was in real life, I wouldn't really just be taking things nice and easy when it comes down to space. So in space, you can just be dead the next second. Like, this is like suffocating. Like, we're in the water, but this water here, it just sucks the life out of you. That's the difference. I mean, I can't put it in better words, but that's what I'm trying to say if you ever want to live in space. And I'm also thinking that this might be a lot of plating. And tell you guys this is a lot of iron right here. Like, all this is made out of pure iron. Like, iron plates. Like, each of these is like an iron block, which is insane. So we had to get more iron just to make up for that laboratory. And I think the entrance should be here. Not sure if I want to make things balanced here. I mean, I'm kind of panicking because I'm in space. Unless I want to encase everything in glass. So where's that furnace? So we can start cooking some glass. All right. Luckily, we can cook a moon sand in space. Makes life easier. But I'm still scared about breathing. Like, trying not to panic. But I do know that we can make a netherite spacesuit. But that's until we get a lot of netherite. And there is a way to get more of it by making other machines that can produce a bigger output of it. But still, it's kind of scary just to think about being in space and you have to tolerate all this. Like, imagine this being the first time. It's crazy. And I do know that I may have to make this room more like a bigger room. But I just know that we're not ready for that type of craziness yet. And we're only at like 50% oxygen. Time for me to place my waystone right here. And I'm going to call it space. Or not space. The moon. That's the best way to call it. The moon. And I'm going to make it a little bit wider. And just cover most of this stuff with glass. Just to make it look like it's a dome. Yeah, you guys are going to say, I'm like cheating deaf or something. Yeah, say that all you want. Hey, at least I'm playing the game of how it's supposed to be played, I guess. But without the Waystones mod, I would have to hurry up. Because I can't be procrastinating like this. So far, everything is going swell. Just gotta make sure you're really prepared when it comes down to going to space. That's all that matters. Preparation. And this compressor is very ridiculously slow. Like, it's the slowest of the slow. And I don't even have to use this backpack. I have a crafting table. And I have brought... Oh, I placed the wrong ones. I brought crafting tables just in case. Because we gotta craft big things. So let me just do that. Put the plates here. But I still remember doing the showcase for this. It was easy just to showcase how it's played. But some people want to know how to craft things and whatnot. It can become very complicated in its own way. But it's fun once you get the hang of it. Like, if I ever wanted to do a showcase on this again, I could. But a lot of people are going to complain about this and this and this and that. And I just gave them the answer to it. Like, the mod is easy to learn. Like, nobody should be struggling to go to space. And this is one of the fastest outlets to get iron. Because if you go to Mercury, you also get more iron too. So the moon and Mercury, they both give you tons of iron. But I still want to make the mining rig, because imagine if I don't want to be in space too long. And the mining rig is going to replace all of that and make it easier. And I could probably move to Venus, just live on a hot planet, just to flex. Just to say I made a home on Venus. But that's if I want to go a lot crazy with the whole episode, just to say we went to Venus. But I'm just doing everything I can just to drag out the series if I can, since I don't want it to like be any longer than what it is. Well, I want it to be long, but I just don't want to drag the runtime like currently, since I know you guys probably want to see a start and an ending to it. So we made ourselves an airlock, and when we do that, what this do, it prevents air from coming in and out. So it's kind of like it traps air. And I do know I have to make another one. So if we do decide to, like, say, get more of those iron plates, I have to make another room that can hold that air. Or it's basically like a transition from going from one area to the next. If you guys know what an airlock is, because most of you guys should know what an airlock is. But we are getting everything set up. I'm just going to add some nice glass to see the transition when walking from one room to the next. Just gives a feeling of like a sci-fi feel. But I gotta be careful though. Like, say for example, I want to put a vent here that can still give us oxygen once we like get into the room, but we don't want this oxygen to leak out. That's the scary part. So where's that blast furnace? And we gotta craft ourselves another airlock, and we gotta press these again. So we gotta get 7 of those. So right now we got ourselves a hallway. So we close this, and then we open this. But we could probably put like another airlock too that holds this room, and if we come in, it leaks in the oxygen, and then we could still walk in. So it just makes things a lot more safer for us. Like, we had to put like we had to take measures. Yeah, that's probably the best way of saying it. Take measures. And I gotta cover the top, because I'm not sure how high I want this area to be, but I could probably make it a lot higher if I wanted. Like, this is like 1, 2, 3. I'll say 4 blocks might be good enough. Like, I'm not gonna be too crazy. It's just enough to keep me sheltered from, I guess, anything bad. Especially the Lunarians, since they can probably jump very high, since there is no gravity on the moon. And we have been recording for 31 minutes, which is not bad. It's a lot longer, but it makes sense since we got to go through the process. And my first recording was like 23 minutes. So it was all adding up. Nothing bad. It's just, I just don't know how to talk into the microphone correctly, apparently. Not scared. It's just, I'm a little bit judgmental when it comes down to people, like, talking about how you talk and whatnot. That's why I'm trying to read books again, really. So as you can see, we got 2 airlocks. So it's safer for us now. So now we just gotta get more glass. And you guys are gonna probably say, can we use glass panes? I don't think glass panes are recommended. I think glass panes might be dangerous, but we can use fence gates though, since fence gates also serves as a block. But sometimes if you open up one fence gate, it's very deadly. Like, you might end up losing all the air just because of one fence gate. Like, it's crazy. Like, it can happen. That's why I gotta be careful when it comes down to interacting with blocks and whatnot, since things can happen. When an air leak happens, all that air gets sucked out. and it does get sucked out like it was it's like this mod kind of plays reality when it comes down to space mods. It's real. Like, it acts real. And I'm not sure if I want to put a glass roof. Like, I probably may put a glass roof so you guys can, like, see the moon and the sun or something. Like, right now we're just seeing the sun and the earth. I don't know why I said the moon, because we are on the moon. But let's just fill in whatever we can and leave this top a little for the glass. And I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, so we have filled up everything and we should be good. Now we have to make the water pump. To do that, there it is right here. We just need 2 dispensers, 1 dash ingot, and a hopper. And there's one thing I forgot, was to make dispensers. I'm not sure we can use any type of rock just to make a dispenser. Let's see. It seems like it's only cobble. But luckily, we have this waystone, and it can take us back. Yeah, you're going to say that's like the cheapest way of just playing the game. Yeah, it may seem cheap, but it's efficient. If there wasn't such thing as waystones, then it'd be a lot harder for us to get from point A to point B, and we would have to use the mini-map. And we do have a lot of cobblestone. So this is going to be very important, apparently, for this mod. So I gotta see if there's like any more I have collected. And the hopper is very important, because all it needs is 1. And I know a bow is very important. Or bows. We have tons of string. Now we just need some sticks. And I can just borrow this small oak log. Or logs. To get a ton of sticks. Just like this. And now I'm going to make 2 bows. There we go. Now I'm just going to put them in. And I just need 2 pieces of redstone. But I think I took all the redstone to space. Kind of crazy for me to do that. But it's still quite exhilarating that we went to space for this episode. Now let's go to cave. And I don't see anything good. What about better cave? Okay, is there any redstone I can get my hands on? And luckily for the spacesuit, we can also breathe underwater, because it also has oxygen in it, so we're not penalized. I can't believe I'm wearing a spacesuit through a cave adventure. Like you can see, we're immune. We have like water resistance. I mean, water breathing. See, we don't drown. It's just like space, which is pretty cool. Let's get our hands on that stuff, and we just gotta get out of here. Man, we gotta hike all the way up there to get out. So we gotta swim up here with our spacesuit, because our spacesuit is very weak. Haven't even enchanted it or anything. Just add tears to it. Come on, I don't want to die. I don't feel like dying today. Because space almost got me killed, but we still prevailed. Okay, a few more meters to go. Just need to get back to space. And we're going to craft ourselves that water pump. So all we just need is that dash ingots, which should be finished. So it's this, and then we have to make 2 dispensers. Not droppers, dispensers. Other way around. Dispenser and a dispenser. So 2 dispensers. And we put them in like that. And we put in the water pump, which will help us pump water. And where should I put this water pump? I think I should put it over here. but I know we're going to have to use the oxygen loader for this case, since it makes more sense to do so. But luckily we're still alive at the moment, because if we want to make the oxygen distributor, we have to make fans, and we got to use the oxygen tanks that we used previously, 2 dash plates, and we got to make the oxygen gear. And with this thing, it actually keeps oxygen going, and we can try to utilize the pump to our benefit. So right now we're trying to stay alive. Like, that's what we're trying to do. Like, I'm not trying to panic, but I'm slowly descending to that mode. And I'm going to put the oxygen loader, because I know this is going to be important. So I'm just going to maybe like set it right here for now, just to be setting it there. Just got to remember it's there. I already have the 2 dash ingots. I know for the next episode, I might be able to clear up my voice. But this is just very stressful. And 2 oxygen tanks, which we're going to use again. And the oxygen gear. We need 4 steel plates. Gotta take these out. I gotta take most of this stuff out here, since I don't want to like harbor it. But this is important, because staying alive is what matters. So 2 dash ingots, and we're going to need 4 steel ones. Is it 4 steel? Yes, it's 4 steel, just like that. And I'm going to have to suck up another can just to stay alive, or probably wait till it gets to like 1%, and I just suck it up. And we'll be alive a little longer, but I just know it's going to fill up like half of the tank. So we're kind of just being careful here. But I'm still scared, since this is horrifying. I might do it when it's like at 8%, since I don't really want to jeopardize this. Like, this is like life or death right here. There we go. We have refilled our oxygen. So time for us to put the things over here and get the other one. So it will already be ready for crafting. And it's like that. I'm going to put you over here. Yeah, I'm going to put you in here so we can already be ready when it's done. It's 2 of those, 2 dash plates, the oxygen gear, or is it like a jetpack gear or oxygen gear? Oxygen gear. Yep, oxygen gear. And 3 fans. 3 fans. Okay, 3 fans, which is 3 more steel plates. Wow, like I said, this is a ton of steel. Tons of it. And once we get it set up, then the machine can run, and we can also use water to keep reloading it. But we haven't really made like dash cables or anything. But the water pump is going to be a lot trickier. And I think what I should go ahead and do is go to a cave. I think I should try going to the cave right now, instead of me waiting. Oh yeah, I forgot to. Yeah, I need to set a waypoint, because I don't want to get lost. Create waypoint. I'm going to call it home, because I don't want to get lost. So we got to go to like a nearby cave and start harvesting, because we need dash. We need that dash. And I forgot to bring the glowstone, but who cares? It's all about trying to stay alive. Right now, everything is okay. But I know the moon can be pretty barren, since there's like nothing happening. Like, they could add more to the mod, but I guess they're just, taking a break, or just sipping on coffee or something. So let me just dig down. Like, can't I just find like a cave system or something? But luckily we don't die to fall damage, but we don't want to fall from a fall height either. Like, just give me something good, please. Dash. I need some dash. Like, we're near like ruins and stuff. There's some ice shards sitting around. Good for fuel. But that's going to be used a lot later. And as you can see, there's some iron sitting around. Very good. But we need dash, since dash is more cherished here. All I just need is enough for some dash pipes. And then we are good to go. Just one for sucking and one for distributing. And we're already at like 29%. This is going to get more scarier. And I think the deeper you go, the more veins you're going to find. So we're going to convert this, these ingots into, okay, I'm just bad at talking, okay? Okay, so we're going to convert this raw dash into dash ingots so we can make the ranch. Because we have to make the ranch. Actually, it's not called ranch, it's wrench. Yeah, that's the proper way of saying it. Wrench. And I didn't even make a lot of these steel plates. Wait, did I? Yeah, I think I did. Man, I keep doubting myself whenever playing in space. Like, why? And now we got ourselves the oxygen distributor, which means now we can start making water. And I'm going to use my silk touch pickaxe to get that one. And I'm going to place this over here. Like, it should be able to cover up this area. And I also need to close that up. And this thing has to be powered up with a coal generator, which we're going to have one nearby to do the work. But all of this has to be connected somehow. So I gotta put one right here, and I gotta charge this up. So that means I gotta bring up more charcoal or coal just to keep everything running, which is crazy. So time for us to make the wrench. And now we can turn things, we can manipulate the inputs and the outputs. And let's make this thing. Well, we already have it. So I gotta place it, I believe, like right here. And I can turn it. See, I can do that. And my oxygen is going lower. So I have one on standby. And we are ready when it happens. So, how do I make the pipes? Glass and dash. Okay, so we just need at least, let's see. How many do you get in a quantity? 4. That's actually a good amount. And then glass. There we go. So this should be cakewalk right now. But I know the compressor likes to take its time. So we gotta wait for this compressor as we're down to our last oxygen tank. And then once we do that, then we have to power up this oxygen distributor with the oxygen that we currently have, so it could start filling it up, and then we had to make sure all the pipes are connected. Like, that's how it works. Yeah, I'm nerding out right now. Time to drink. Now we're on our last life. Alright, we have pipes. Now I'm going to start connecting them. So, okay. Looks kind of weird. But it should be able to pull from there. So we're going to do this. It's going to extract it. Unless I got to put it in a different way. Let me try. Just making sure this is right. Alright, now it's put on there. So let me just extract. And then this gets inserted. Unless... Okay, let me just fix that one. Because I think it should just pull it in there, like, I guess, like, automatically. Like, it's, like, mandatory. And then we gotta make the sacrifice. The water. So, luckily, we have our backpack. This is actually good, though. This is why the backpack mod is it's the GOAT. That's why I love reviewing Travelers, because it's just there. And once we do that, it's powered up. It's going to show us like what's everything going on. And all I got to do is just run it through the oxygen distributor, and it's going to start pumping oxygen. Come on, pump some oxygen right now. There we go. There we go. We got some oxygen. And I'm going to make a water source too to keep it all running, because I don't want to lose this opportunity. So this is why it's best to have water nearby. So right now I'm just getting it started so it can start converting it so we can have oxygen. And then we have to automate this machine to do it for us. So it will never run out unless we have to get more coal, because all this is coal powered. And we can also use block of coal too. Oh, okay. So I placed this wrong, actually. I'm such a goof. I gotta place it right here. And I gotta flip it like that. And then place it. And then extract it. And it's gonna pull it. It's gonna keep doing it until this fills up. So right now, everything is oxidized. Oxygenated. I can't even say the word. Man, if I really want to say stuff, I can't just try to say the word and I just failed miserably at it. Man, I definitely do suck. I'm lame. But anyways, I just know we made the water pump work. We have made the moon habitable now. As long as we keeping this thing energized. That's the issue. We got to keep that thing energized. And maybe, just maybe, we can try to make generators to keep this thing running a little more. But that's if I want to stay up here for like a long period of time. But this just makes us a lot comfortable just to be up here now. Like, no worries. And I could just take my armor off. As you can see, we have adapted to space life. We're not drowning. We're not panicking. But we do need to be careful of air leaks and occasional lag spikes. But I may have to check out here moderately, since that's important. So this is what I want to show you guys what happens. So if you open this, it's going to fill up the other room. So if I close it, it starts using the oxygen. See, that's how air leaks work, or the airlocks work. It just makes it easier for you to, you know, distribute the oxygen instead of just going all out. But yeah, I think that's probably enough of me playing this episode, since we're going on at like an hour. But I'm just proud that we're in space now. I'm not going to live up here in space. I might just do some things just to progress through the quests. And we do have our quest book as well. So we're going to let this load up for a second. And then I'm going to do my outro here. So let's just see what we have done today. So we're going to go to the moon. And what we have done is we get that. They gave us a steel block. We obtained dash. Easy dash. We have a ranch. They gave us dash cables, which are useful for more energy. And they gave us more stuff. They're just giving us a lot of free things. And all we got to do is just make 8 solar panels, which shouldn't be bad. And we could probably make a rover. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, wait, what just happened? I was just drowning for a second. Hey, what just happened? Huh? See, that's what I was talking about. Little hiccups like that. See, that was the scary part. I think that's why I didn't really want to be in space, because that was going to happen. I was doing something and then it just straight up just died. Like, it just straight up died. That is weird. Unless it's like energy, because maybe this water pump is taking the energy. Yeah, that's one issue. I think that's why, because one source is taking up more energy than the other. Alright, at least we're learning something. Despite I already know the mod, but we're learning it. And I don't have any more, like, fuel to burn. So let me just do that over here to make it even. So this one is still eating up the energy. And it's frozen again. Stop freezing. Why is it freezing? Doesn't make sense because you have a lot of energy here. That is so weird, guys. That is weird. Like, I'm giving this energy thing a lot of energy, but that's if this thing is going to keep sucking it. But yeah, I'm just going to say, I'm still going to wear my spacesuit regardless until I get like a lot of energy around here and maybe some solar panels. Anyways, guys, I hope everybody enjoys the video. If you do, leave a like. If you want to watch more of me playing mod packs like this, then hit that subscribe button. Have any feedback to share relating to your experiences with Prominence or how Ad Astra works, then comment down below. I'm thankful for all my members for stopping by and showing me support, and I'm thanking you, the viewer, for stopping by and watching the video. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next one, and goodbye.